Okay, we're back. We were working on the feet here and trying to trim this out a little further. And I might just make these a little thinner. Like I said, their feet aren't real big, so we're going to just bring this back a little bit. I'm going to trim all this off out back here. And we were going to give this guy some little bit of hips here where he's sitting, but not really too deep here. So, okay, just like so, and then we're going to trim this down like so. Alright, good. Now, because he's kind of fat, we're going to take this and this right here, and we're going to round this off. Just like so. Alright, see the difference? Okay, so it looks like he's round and fat and fluffy. And just a matter of just taking that corner off. Now we're going to do the same thing with the feet. We're going to round it off a little bit. Going this way. That's right. Whoops. A bit too far. Here, I'll redo that. I'm going to round off his whole body over here. This little hoof here. Alright. Same thing over here. We're going to just round this all off on the back part of his body. I'm not going to worry about a tail on them. They do have a very small one if they have one. It's not really super distinctive. Not like a cow tail or a donkey tail. But, okay, so you see how we have it nice and fluffy. Okay, we're going to just round this off a little bit more. And we're going to just kind of scoop this out just a tad. Give it a little bit of a shape yet. Alright. This is kind of thick in here, so we're going to take this down just a tad further underneath the ear. Won't be too much more to do on him, but alright. You can undercut that a little bit. Right there. And just like so. There we go. Alright, nice and clean cut there. Same thing over here. You can undercut underneath the ear a little bit. You can work on that while you're offline a little bit. Now here we're going to take this in just a tad there. I'm going to take that out just a little bit more. Give a little more depth here. See that? That's what we want to do over here too. We want to just take this up a little further, down a little further, and just kind of sweep that out a little bit. That's like so. See what a couple of cuts can make a world of difference on a piece. It really can. From it looking really blocky to a real nice shape, a couple of cuts is all that it needs sometimes, you know, just to give it that little extra look to it. Now, I'm going to come down around here again a little bit, and I'm going to do a little V-cut underneath. Little V-cuts, when you do this, when you want something to look deeper than it is, that's when you use a V-cut, like I just did there. That's what you want to do all the way around. So his head really looks like it's sticking out further than what it is. And their heads are a little, it's flat, but it's kind of rounded, okay? So I wouldn't hesitate to round this off a little further. And we're going to work on his mouth and stuff. So let me do when you look stuff up on Google, and I might do a video on this, to really look up stuff to help you do some research on a piece, be really detailed of what you're looking for. It can be the face of the sheep, like I'm doing the face sheep now, so I get a good idea what his nose should look like and a good general idea where his eyes belong on him. But because it's a caricature, I don't have to worry too much. There's not a whole lot of they have this little nose here, okay? So we're going to put a little nose here. Alright, just like so. And this goes down like that, okay? And we're just going to trim this up a little bit right underneath here. We're going to do a nice little V cut. A little deeper. We're going to follow. Let me spray that so it's just so much easier to work with it. Okay. We're going to do this again. We're going to, let me get this other knife. This might be a little sharper. Alright. And we're going to just bring this down and around. Nice little deep V cut, because we want this guy to look, he's got his neck underneath, you know, down, kind of flat. We're going to trim this up just a tad. Here, just alright. So what I did on these, I actually put an eye coming down like so. Alright, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to put an eye roughly in the same spot here, hopefully. And we're going to put a stop cut at the top, and we're going to just make a nice big eye. Their eyes aren't real big, so let's see if we can do this proportioned here. Let me take a look at it. I'm looking at this eye, looking at that one's way too big, so that's not going to work for what I want. That's fine on a cow, but it doesn't look right on the sheep here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a stop cut. I'm going to just bring this knife, we're just going to bring this up, undercut, just like so. Same thing over here, we're just going to undercut it. Alright, looks pretty good. Alright. Now we're going to bring this down a little bit. Alright. It seems a little off, and I'm not sure why. Let me take a look at this. We'll be right back.